last week on The Season.
We make a big play, that's how we coming like this. 1, 2, 3. I've been doing this for some years now, man. I did it since 2020, I believe, COVID year. Yeah, and from then I took over from it. And I like doing like holiday themes and stuff like that, you know?
The ball will start rolling one day, and you want to be remembered more than just a football player and what you've done for people.
Welcome to one of the biggest games in Yulman Stadium history as Tulane hosts Ole Miss in a ranked versus ranked matchup. Darth taking a shot downfield here, going for Wade, and a walk right inside the 30, adjusting to meet the football in the air. It throws downfield, caught at the 5 by Trigg, into the end zone for the touchdown.
They don't like when we score. Oh no, they don't like when you do that.
When defensive coordinator Pete Golding stepped onto the fertile Mississippi soil back in January, it marked a return to the state that gave him his first shot.
We got this guy, he's really fast, he's a good football player, but you know, he just hasn't gotten the notoriety he needs. And he trusted us, Coach Rhodes did, and Pete came up for an individual workout. And Coach Rhodes worked Pete out personally. He said based after that particular workout that he would find him as much money as he could, and he was welcome to come to Delta State University on a football scholarship.
Both my parents went to Delta State, and so we didn't grow up going to all the games, but we'd go to a baseball game, things like that. And we had 3 guys on our high school team that ended up going to Delta State. We're all in the same class. Our quarterback, Scott Eicher, our center, Ryan Barker, and myself.
We were outsiders, and the little small town of Cleveland, Mississippi took us in as their own.
Being grateful for everything, you know, I think when you come in and come from that level, the amount of gear that you get, what your locker room looks like, the way you travel, you know, what your pregame meal is. You know, I probably ate at every Ryan's across the country. You know, that was our Friday night. If you're eating steak, it's at Ryan's. It's Friday night steak night, so I was never focused on making it to the NFL. You know, I knew at the end of the day I was a 5'9" white boy playing DB. You know, so those eyes weren't great.
But his eyes for the game were. And with an assist from then Delta State head coach Ron Roberts, a small school nestled in the Blue Ridge Mountains took note.
I took my first job at Tusculum College for $27,000, and I thought I was rich. That was the most money I ever had. Coach Roberts had been at Tusculum originally, and so that's kind of how I got hooked up with Frankie DeBusk, who the head coach at Tusculum was at the time. So I remember when Frankie came in, he's like, "Hey, I want to interview you for the DC job." My first call was Coach Roberts. I'm like, "Dude, what the hell? What do you think, man?" I was like I'm nervous. He's like, "Dude, just relax. You've done this a million times."
And he was one of those things where he didn't know if he was ready or not, but Pete's always been this way. He got ready in a hurry.
When you've never done something, you know, you don't know what to expect. And just that thought process of, you know, being responsible for a staff at that age where everybody's older than you. I was about the same age in Division II. There's no age limit, right? And the clock stops. So a lot of our players, when I was at Tusculum, were older than I was. Regardless of their age, if they feel like you can help develop them, right, and improve, you know, their draft status or improve their ability to play at a high level, then they're going to listen to you.
Golding elevated defenses at the D2, FCS, and FBS levels, drawing the attention of the greatest mind in college football, Nick Saban.
That Sundays, they have them send a plane and come get you, which I'd never been on a private plane before, right? I actually borrowed our DB coach's jacket, right, to go on it.
Definitely nervous. You know, is he going to get the job? And oh my gosh, he's about to meet Nick Saban.
I remember being nervous about that because the perception of who Coach Saban was. This is Alabama, it's Nick Saban, right? I've been D2, 1AA, mid-major. And it was the same thing. I called Coach Roberts. It was my first call, and he's like, "Look, man, just go do your thing, you know. You're made for this. You prepared yourself the right way. He said, you're going to be the smartest guy in the room, right? Get up there on the board and be yourself."
He's very, very comfortable in being on the whiteboard, talking about football and student athletes, recruiting. He's very, very confident, and he should be.
That really settled me down to where at that point we're just talking ball. And I'd done it a million times with a million different staffs and a million people. I didn't look at it as you're in front of Nick Saban and you're in front of Alabama. We're just talking football.
Definitely on our hands and knees praying and hoping that he handled the interview right and got the job, and of course he did.
Went to Coach and Miss Terry's house that night and offered me the job and said, "Do you need to call your wife? Do you need to bring her here?" I'm like, "No, Coach, we're good. Roll Tide."
It was just an automatic, like, Roll Tide. We made it to the SEC.
Even with the success at Alabama, there was a deep love of Ole Miss in the household.
Ole Miss is my alma mater, and I love the people here. And when we were at Alabama, playing against a university that I loved, I would get confused. Alabama's, who we're supposed to be cheering for, and they're great, but I didn't want Ole Miss to lose, and so just kind of that mixed emotion there.
We came over here our first year. We played y'all, you guys are us here, and I got a picture that morning. Like, my wife had my kids in Ole Miss, right? I mean, we're at Alabama. I'm like, maybe you do realize how we get paid, right? How we get fired over this.
I have always loved Ole Miss. I love the university. I had a great experience in undergrad, and I actually have 3 degrees from Ole Miss.
Being around Carolyn and her passion for Ole Miss and what Ole Miss meant to her, my brother-in-law having played here, and her sister living here and 4 kids, there's just so many things when you're not always there to be able to put them in a better environment, right? To be able to raise your kids and be able to see your wife happy.
I felt like I was getting my identity back, my true identity. It was easy for me to put back on the pretty red and blue colors. I wear it with pride.
I'm super proud. He coaches in the SEC.
Our kids look up to the guys that are playing for us that we're coaching. And there's so many places that they don't even have a relationship, and they're their biggest fan. And I think it's unique to see once that connects, and we'll be in a meeting, and the first thing the kids ask, like, "Where's Braxton?"
I've gotten to go in the locker room. It's like, I feel like I know the players a lot better here. This is my first year here.
It used to be something that I would worry about and be concerned about a lot, is him not getting enough time with his children. And now he does. All mothers want their children to have time with their dad, and it's been really amazing that we have that environment here.
Them being involved, they feel more part of it, and they feel a little more invested in it. And Mama's happy, it's a lot easier to work.
70 yards, no bueno.
This time last year, Zamari Walton was preparing to play against Ole Miss. Now, he has a chance to play his former team as a member of the Rebel defense.
It's going to be very different. I was there for a long time. A lot of the players are there that I used to play with, so it'll be different. But I think, that first series, it'll be like, dang, I'm actually not playing with Georgia Tech. But, I came to Ole Miss for a reason, so I'll be very excited to be playing against those guys, and I wish them the best of luck. It's been pretty cool. It's very different, moving from Atlanta to Oxford. But, I love it here. It's been fun. I knew Pete Golden had some great things in store, for the defense, and then obviously Coach Lane Kiffin being a good mind that he is, one of the best in college football. I just wanted to be a part of greatness and, help this team bring the defense to something greater, So a lot of people probably think it's hard, having a lot of guys transfer in, but we've adapted very easily, like I said, and I think the coaches do a good job helping us mesh well. And, we just all want to work. We all just want to work together, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that really matters as far as everybody coming in. We just all one, you know what I'm saying? We just all want to win together. It's going to be pretty crazy and emotional, you know what I'm saying? But, like I said, I just want to get this dub, and we'll see what happens after that. All right, guys, we heading off to practice. We just made it back to the facility. So that's it for the day. I guess, I don't know. Oh yeah, I am. You see how hard I got hit yesterday? Hey, you ain't practicing, I mic'd up today. You mic'd up? Come on, baby. Oh no, so I'm in the black. I'm in the black. You ain't mic'd up. I'm in the black. Get up today, baby. Yes, sir. You look big, though.
No, God, yeah, do look big in here.
Glad to have you back.
New person? Thought you was
My bad, brother. Oh, snap. We got 360s. That's not good.
Oh, watch out, we got that.
Right now, I would be the post one.
Safety, yeah.
Get on that, right? It's true, but anybody's back, I got, and it's mess. Yeah? Let's go.
I like this. I like this, I ain't gonna lie.
Put it on.
No, I ain't like my technique though, so I ain't celebrating. If you got one on your side, I'm gonna just talk to you. So just listen to me. Watch the glass to the field. It's hot. It's hot. Hey, on the motion, we here.
Really good timing and contact. I just got to be a little lower hip. So
I got you. Yeah. Hey, look at the camera. Georgia Tech brothers. Come on, brother. You think he only, bro? Hey, man. Let me get away from you before you try to tell the whole world.
I ain't gonna put you on film. I ain't gonna put you on spot like that. It's right. You a beast in the game.
Get that man off the camera. I don't like that boy. Shout out to Lil Key.
Take him out.
Lil Key. All right, last shout out to Coach Nix. He getting our releases right. Oh God. Shout out. We on the camera. Big camera. On the camera. Shout out. How about getting our releases right? Yeah. Here, my dog.
Oh, you mic'd up.
Yeah, baby. I'm showing love to the offense. Yes, sir.
Oh, I'm tripping.
Shout out Brevard County, Florida. 3-2-1, baby.
For the second week in a row, the Ole Miss Rebels faced off against a former member of the Southeastern Conference. This week, Georgia Tech rolled into Oxford on a mission to avenge a lopsided loss a year ago.
Dari, thank you. Welcome to Blunt Hemingway Stadium. It's the ACC versus the SEC undefeated. 17th ranked Ole Miss has won 27 of its last 28 home games against non-conference foes. They look to knock off Georgia Tech for the second consecutive season after a 42-0 whitewashing of the Jackets in Atlanta last year.
Quick pass far side. He's going to be caught at the 25 to the 30. It's Williams who drew a start too, the freshman. Judkins on the carry, gets across the 45 to the 46 for a 6-yard gain. And he'll kick from the 37. This will be a 47-yard effort in it. It's headed toward the uprights, and it's good, and he's still perfect. 5 for 5 is Davis, and the Rebels take a 3-0 lead with 12:38 to go in the first quarter.
Strong opening drives by both squads seem poised to end in 2 field goals.
Aiden Bird will come out and attempt the first. He has made both of his kicks. It was an open competition all week. This will be a 43-yard attempt for Bird. And it's blocked! Rebels have a chance, and the ball's still loose. Finally scooped up, and Ole Miss, thanks to Dejon Anthony, who found it, will have great field position. Georgia Tech's kicking woes continue.
Dual threat is not always a title used for Jackson Dart, but it should be.
And a keeper by Dart. And he runs for another first down.
And that's what makes this offense and Jackson Dart so dangerous. Now that he's added the consistency of those explosive throws downfield, the fact that he can run the ball the way he can, that makes him a scary matchup.
15-yard gain. It ends up being quarterback draw by Dart. He's got room to 30, 35. He breaks into clear. He's to midfield to the 45, heading to the far sidelines to the 30, 25, 20. One man there is going to knock him out of bounds inside the 10-yard line, and the Rebels are in business.
You think Ole Miss maybe heard us or anybody else talking about this run game needs to get going a little bit? I'd say they're committing to it right now.
Yeah.
Hey, go, man!
both go and get after these guys, okay? One play at a time, 1-0 is the only thing that matters. Let's go.
Ole Miss leads 10-3 as we get ready to start the second half in a few moments.
Rebels going to kick it off here to start the second half. Georgia Tech will get the first shot.
Fourth and goal from the 2. Georgia Tech will go for it. There's the snap. He wants to throw slant route, and it's going to be dropped in the end zone. The receiver set up slot right, and Anthony got a hand in there and stripped.
While the smothering Landshark defense took away the Yellow Jackets' sting, the Rebel rush to the end zone continued.
Trouble, shovels it out. Judkins keeps his feet. He's past midfield. And a 25-yard gain. Bentley cuts it back up. And a burst into the end zone for Ole Miss and a 21-yard touchdown run.
Wide open.
They're going to fake it. And it's incomplete. Remember, Georgia Tech playing with an injured punter, and they tried to get creative and nothing happened. And here's Bentley, trying to turn the corner. First down and to the pylon. Out at the 1. Dart aiming for the goal line. He's got it. Touchdown, Rebels. Second rushing touchdown of the night. And he's got the dance moves to show it. All this Ole Miss run game needed was more Dart.
Hey, Jack, who are you hurdling?
Haynes King, like his school, was once in the SEC. In this interconference fight, he proved he belonged.
Fakes the handoff. He's going to run himself to the right. He's got some room.
And scrambles and takes a hit on the slide. He is down where the slides start. Play action again. King wanting to go deep. He's going to unload. Wide open. And it's a first and goal situation for Eric Singleton Jr. King takes it himself. Touchdown, Georgia Tech.
Well, it's 4th down and 8 from the 15 for Georgia Tech. The Ole Miss 15, and they will go for it. There's the snap. Rebels have only a 2-man rush. Throws to the end zone, right corner, and nobody is guarding Singleton. He is all by himself for the TD.
Let's go.
Now Georgia Tech back in at 24-17 Rebels.
And here if you're Lane Kiffin, right? I mean, Georgia Tech scores, makes it a 1-score game. You don't have to feel the pressure.
Watkins goes in motion to the far side. The fake on the handoff. Dart in the pocket. Throws over the middle. He's got his man at the 45. Caught his way down the sidelines of the 40 and knocked off his feet at the 35. Good crossing route. Deep crossing route for Dayton Wade.
A 45-yard field goal from Caden Davis and a quick defensive stop provided a little room to breathe for the Rebels.
We got 6:40. Let's go get another touchdown. Put the game away.
But Jackson Dart wanted more than just a little room to breathe.
There's the snap, play action. Dart's got time, throws deep over the middle. He's got Watkins. He's got the catch at the 25, the 20 down the sidelines. 10, 5, touchdown, Ole Miss.
68 yards.
Up to 33.
I hope they start doubling you.
First and 20 from the Georgia Tech 44. Takes the snap, pump, play fake, down the sidelines. He's got a man open. Caught at the 5. Stretching for the end zone is Dayton Wade. They say he's down at the 1.
Judkins a chance, and he submarines in. Now we're seeing the Rebels utilize all of their weapons.
There's the snap. And it's going to be a handoff to the right, and that's going to be Jones with the carry. He's still on his feet to the 10, angles to the far sideline of the 5. He's in the end zone. Matt Jones.
Freaking Jones, man.
One carry? What's your average? One carry. Some crazy guy.
And the game goes to zeros, and Ole Miss has won 48-23. Rebels.
We beat Georgia Tech!
Oh, it's no better feeling, bro. 2-0 against Tech, 3-0 on a year, bro. I love it.
Yeah, hey, Doug, James Wish is down, hung. We got the bounty on our head, but they ain't collecting it. Know that.
3-0, but it really matters because we went 1-0 today. That's all that matters. Got the dub at home. Let's go.
3-0. All glory to God. We see y'all next week in Bama.
How about Matt Jones? Yeah! Congrats on the win. Wasn't pretty. Great job stepping up. Considering all the day of practice, great job.
Yeah, that felt too good. That was a great team win, and we on to the next.
We got the job done, came back in the fourth quarter. I think how many points we put up in the fourth quarter was my biggest shock. I guess we're a fourth quarter team. Watch out, that's scary.
Played a solid game. Gotta get better, always gotta get better. Defense ain't start how we want it, but we gonna get better. That's all we can say. That's all we can keep doing. Offense gonna play better. We all gonna play better. We all just gonna get better. That's it.
The game not over until the clock hit all zero. That's what my dad told me, my mom. So I had to keep running. What's better than scoring a touchdown? Other than winning. But good dog when we on the belt. See y'all next week.